Before his debut album, It Goes Like This, even goes on sale, the title track has already been certified gold. Thomas Rhett has seen incredible success already with his first two hits, Something to Do with My Hands and Beer with Jesus. But we had a chance to catch up with him to talk about how all that comes together on his debut album. Here's Kelly with more.
I'm here with Thomas Rhett, who is a busy guy. Your album, single, everything's doing great. The album is getting ready to come out. This is all about the album today, and I'm so excited.
Thank you very much.
I mean, your single is already gold.
It is.
It Goes Like This.
Yeah.
And your daddy wrote that one.
He did. It's crazy. We put out two before this one, but this one is definitely the one that has really stuck in fans' heads and stuff like that. So, if you had asked me 2 years ago if I would have had a gold record, I wouldn't have known what to say. But now that it's sold, went gold and got the record coming out, and the record's called It Goes Like This. This song has really kind of changed my life and my career and kind of taken me from this point to this point. So it's been pretty awesome.
It's fantastic. I saw, actually, he was doing a writer's night the other night, and he said that your song is right up there on iTunes as like top selling, right beside Luke Bryan. How's that feel? You guys are both from Georgia and good friends.
It feels really cool, to be up there in such good company with Luke and Jason, superstars like that. So to kind of be in the middle of those two guys is an honor to be up there, and just to know that it's selling that well, and to know that people, across the country are buying, a song that I put out is very cool.
So talk about making your first album, because you've already had two singles out, Beer with Jesus and Something to Do with My Hands, and you wrote both of those. Yes. Fantastic songs, and they did great on the charts. And now having such success with this one, what other songs should we be looking forward to on this album?
Well, this record has taken, I guess I started this record about 2 years ago, and there are three different producers on the record, so I've gotten to work with a bunch of people on the way this record sounds, and sonically and all that kind of mess, and so I think I wrote 7 of the 12 songs on the record, and the other ones that I didn't write, were written by people like Luke Laird and by my dad and some other great songwriters in town. And I don't know, there was a point where I was like, I don't have to write all the songs on the record. There are songwriters out there, a million of them, and they're all writing great music. And so there came a point where I just got all the publishers in town to just pitch me every song that was available, and I just sat on my headphones and I listened for weeks, and so this record is very cool. There's songs on there that I cut a couple years ago, and there's songs that I just got out of the studio finishing that are going to go on the record. So there's a lot of songs that sound very different, but at the end of the day, they all cohesively are me, which is very cool. And I'm just pumped to say we have a date for it, October 29th, and I'm just pumped to get it out there and let people hear it. So
that's so exciting. Yeah. And hearing you talk, that's so smart too, as an artist and a great songwriter, to be able to embrace the publishing, and embrace the publishing community here in Nashville, because we have the best songwriters in the world. And congratulations, you just got your first #1.
I did.
With Florida Georgia Line on that song. How exciting is that to be, for your craft as a writer?
It's very cool. People ask me which is more exciting, having a #1 on yourself or somebody else, and I haven't experienced one for myself yet, but it's just so cool that my first #1 came from two of my buddies, Tyler and Brian from Florida Georgia Line, and it's just it's something that I never in a million years dream would happen, and it's all kind of happening in the same time zone, which is cool. Around here's #1 this week, and my song's at like 9, and then I wrote Parking Lot Party for Lee Bryce, and he's at 10. So I've got 3 songs in the top 10, which is I never
Cha-ching, cha-ching. I hope you're buying a house.
I did. We actually just bought our first house. So
your daddy told me he's proud.
Yeah, well, a lot of things are happening, and it's all happening quick. So I'm just trying to soak it all in. So
enjoy it. And I also saw on Facebook today, because we follow you, that you are going to have your own tour around Christmas. What is this?
It is the Taste of Country Christmas tour, and basically it tours a bunch of the venues in Texas and Louisiana and Oklahoma. And the very first tour I ever did was this tour, opening for Brantley Gilbert when he was headlining it. So here we are 2 years later, and we're doing the same thing he was doing a couple years ago. So it's pretpretty cool to, hop on. We're on the Jason Aldean tour right now, and it's awesome. And but it'll be a nice change in pace to kind of get off and kind of do our own thing and build our own show and make some new fans. So
well, it's so good to catch up with you. Congratulations on all your success. I'm so proud of you, Mr. Thomas Rhett. Make sure you get his album.
Look for Thomas Rhett's album, It Goes Like This, to hit stores next week. Now it's time for our weekly songwriter tip. This week, we sit down with hit writer Jimmy Yeary as he talks about writing on your own.
One tip I would give to a songwriter is I think it's very important to write with other writers, but I think it's equally as important to write by yourself. For me, getting up every morning and writing by myself, or even spending days where I do nothing but write by myself, tends to get my brain more equipped, more sharp, and ready when I'm writing with co-writers. So I think that's equally as important.
For more information on the craft of songwriting, check out NashvilleSongwriters.com. That's about all the time we have for this week's show, but don't forget those new discs we have up for grabs from Joe Nichols. Enter this week's drawing online only at InsideMusicRow.com. You can also check out each of our episodes online at Zeus.com/InsideMusicRow. Check out the latest music videos in any genre while you're there too. We're going to leave you today with the lead single off Crickets. Here's Joe Nichols with Sunny and 75. Until next time, I'm Bailey for Inside Music Row, and I'll see you again real soon.